So let us learn about the drawing ray diagram. So rules for drawing ray diagram of mirror. So we have 4 rules. Based on the rules, how we can draw the ray diagram, we can see. So first we have taken a concave mirror. So rules for drawing concave mirror, ray diagram for concave mirror. So when we shine the light ray, it falls on the mirror. When it is light ray passes parallel to the principal axis. Parallel to the principal axis, it will be passing through the F. It will be reflected and then pass through the F. This is the first rule. So when the light rays parallel to the principal axis, this is the principal axis. So when light ray pass through the parallel to the principal axis, it will be after reflection, it will pass through the F. The second rule is when the light ray pass through the F. When the light ray pass through the F, after it fall on the surface, it get reflected parallel to the principal axis. So when the light ray pass through the F, it fall on the concave mirror and it gets reflected parallel to the principal axis. This is the principal axis. Principal axis. So this is the second rule. Rule 3. Rule 3, it is when the light, this is the principal axis, when the light pass through the C. C, it is center of curvature. So center of curvature means this mirror, it is taken from one whole sphere. So the center of that sphere is center of curvature. So like this is the center of curvature. When light pass through the center of curvature, it will be reflected back. Same line. It is not deviated. It is not deviated. When the light pass through the center of curvature, it will be reflected back in the same line. This is the third rule. Fourth rule, if the light this is the principal axis. If the light slantingly or obliquely fall on the pole, if the light fall on the pole, it will be reflected back. If you see, the angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. So if the light pass on the pole obliquely, it will be reflected. So the angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. So this is the fourth rule. You can see these rules for convex mirror. So convex mirror is a diverging mirror. Convex mirror is a diverging mirror. The first rule, the light falls parallel to the principal axis. So it is parallel to the principal axis, but it is getting diverted. So as it is a diverging mirror, it is getting diverted. When we produce this is the principal axis. When we produce the diverted rays, it pass through the F. F falls in just behind the mirror. So this is the way light rays, it is diverged. When we produce the ray, it will fall on F. So the first rule. Second rule, it is when light ray, it is pass through the focus. So pass through the focus. This is the principal axis. This is the focus. When light ray pass through the focus, it will be reflected light. It will be parallel to the principal axis. So when the light ray pass through the focus, it will be reflected back parallel to the principal axis. The third rule, this is principal axis. If the light ray pass through the C, F, C. So if the light ray pass through the C, it will be reflected back in the same line. It will be reflected back in the same line. The fourth rule, this is principal axis. When the light obliquely incident on P, it will be reflected back. If you see the angle of incident, it will be equal to angle of reflection. So these are the four rules we have to keep remember when we are drawing a ray diagram for the concave mirror and convex mirror. Concave mirror and convex mirror.